Tonight, North Carolina Governor Josh Stein is talking to 10 on Your Side about his first year in office. He's had a lot to navigate.
That's right. Hurricane Helene recovery, Medicaid expansion, of course, the ocean's impact on homes on the Outer Banks, all there. Nick Broadway went all the way to Raleigh for this exclusive sit-down interview. Nick?
Tom, Aisha, simply put, North Carolina Governor Josh Stein had an eventful first year in office, dealing with Helene recovery efforts, redistricting, ICE, and closer to our home, an eroding coastline on Hatteras Island. It's all happening as he works with the divided state government, a Democratic governor, while Republicans hold a strong majority in both the state House and Senate.
Economic development, Helene recovery, being named the top state for business, and streamlining the DMV process. Governor Josh Stein says these are things both sides of the aisle were able to get done.
We've actually gotten good things done together. I don't want to sugarcoat it. There are definitely issues where we disagree, partisan gerrymandering being one. I think that was a terrible move.
Gerrymandering put his state in the national spotlight. President Trump ordered states to redistrict in favor of Republicans, while some Democratic-led states started counter-redistricting. Stein calls any partisan gerrymandering toxic to our politics.
And so they're trying to take one of the competitive districts in the East, which elected a Democrat, Don Davis, trying to make it much more difficult for him to get reelected. It's incredibly poisonous to our politics. I strongly oppose it.
In our corner of the state, dozens of houses fell into the ocean on Hatteras Island as storms rapidly eroded the coastline. Some local leaders want Governor Stein to declare a state of emergency. Stein has no plans for this, saying it would not change the response.
Unfortunately, even though it feels like an emergency, there's really not anything that such a declaration would trigger in terms of a response. It doesn't come with anything.
But he does strongly support legislation in the works that would change National Flood Insurance Program rules. It would enable these homeowners to use the NFIP ahead of time.
Right now, what has to happen is people let their house fall into the ocean so they can get the insurance proceeds. That's pretty much insane because it just creates waste all up and down the coast. So I support that legislation, as does Commissioner of Insurance Mike Causey. So on a bipartisan basis, we support that legislation.
In the last several weeks, ICE raids in the state's larger cities dominated headlines.
That was shown time and time again that they were racially profiling. About 3/4 of the people they picked up didn't have any kind of criminal conviction. And the ones that did, very few of them were violent crimes. So if they were to focus their energy on getting rid of truly the worst of the worst, I think everybody would be very grateful.
Helene recovery efforts are still ongoing in western North Carolina. Just this week, Stein announced $50 million in state grants for local governments impacted by the storm. Meanwhile, FEMA saw multiple leadership changes throughout the year.
Is the state able to sustain the recovery efforts ongoing if help from the federal government slows down?
It will be a real challenge if the federal government doesn't step up in a more meaningful way. So far, we've gotten help over $6 billion from the feds, which sounds like a lot, but when you look at the damage, $60 billion, they've given us about 11% of the overall damages. Typically, after a major storm like this, the feds will come in at about 40 or 50% of the damages to help us recover.
We did cover as many topics as we could fit into our brief time with the governor, including LGBTQ rights, the $1 billion hemp industry, and the challenges of working in a divided government. The full interview is on our website, wavy.com, with this story. You'll be able to check it out there later tonight. Nick Broadway, 10 on Your Side.